Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 President's Medals Ceremony. My name's Jenny Russell, and I'm the Director of Education and Learning at RIBA. It is my absolute pleasure and honour to welcome you to our annual celebration of excellence in architectural education. For the first time since the home of the Royal Institute of British Architects opened its doors at 66 Portland Place in 1934, this is the first time we are holding this ceremony at an external venue. At 90 years of age, our headquarters needs a considerable update that requires us to close the doors for about 2.5 years. As a result, we've found ourselves looking for venues across London and around the UK to host the President's Medals. And after a thorough search, we found ourselves here in the John Nash designed premises of the Royal Society. Tonight, we are presenting the winners of the 2025 President's Medals, awarded across 3 categories of student work, produced by a student or a group of students during a recognised professional qualification in architecture. The Dissertation Medal for the best written thesis, produced at RIBA Part 1 or 2 or equivalent. The Bronze Medal for the best design project, produced during RIBA Part 1 or equivalent. And the Silver Medal for the best design project, produced at RIBA Part 2 or equivalent. In addition, we will present the winners of the RIBA Award for Sustainable Design and of the Sargent Award for Excellence in Drawing, both at Part 1 and Part 2. So now, please join me in welcoming to the stage your host for this evening, RIBA President Chris Williamson.
Thank you, Jenny, and thank you all for joining tonight. Welcome to the 2025 President's Medals. Tonight we celebrate the creativity, dedication and vision of architecture students whose work is redefining the future of our built environment. So to stand before an auditorium filled with such extraordinary emerging talent is a privilege. For those receiving an award this evening, my heartfelt congratulations. Your work has not only met the rigorous scrutiny of our expert panels, but has risen above a record number of entries, the highest in the history of the RIBA President's Medals. This evening is a shared celebration of the passion and ingenuity that continues to shape the future of our profession. It is a privilege to join the distinguished lineage of RIBA presidents who have honoured outstanding individuals since 1836. For nearly 2 centuries, the RIBA President's Medals have stood as one of the most prestigious accolades in architectural education worldwide. From their origins, with the inaugural Silver Medal for an essay, RIBA's first ever award, predating the Royal Gold Medal by 12 years, till today's global celebration. These awards have championed creativity, research and design excellence across generations. The enduring success of these awards is made possible by the generosity of our members, our practices and charitable trusts. Their support enables us to invest in the future of architecture at a time when students and schools face significant financial challenges. Over the past 25 years, our Scholarships and Bursaries programme has assisted more than 1,300 students. Of these, 157 were nominated for the President's Medals and 19 received an award, including 9 medalists. Recipients tell us that this support allowed them to focus on their studies and develop their skills whilst helping with financial hardship. This commitment to future generations of architects remains at the heart of our mission. We are honoured to receive gifts from individuals, trusts and practices that enable us to support students from all backgrounds, safeguarding the diversity and vitality of our profession. Over the past decade alone, more than 3.7 million has been donated to our education fund. Please take a moment to look at the screen where we acknowledge those who have supported the fund over the past year. On behalf of all the students whose lives have been helped by your generosity, we extend our deepest thanks. I would like to give particular thanks to two of these donors. Firstly, we are delighted to be celebrating the award of the first Hans and Christopher Eisner Scholarship, following its establishment last year from a very generous legacy gift. RIBA member and leading architect Hans Eisner dedicated his legacy in the name of his son, Christopher, a similarly gifted architect and Hayward Silver Medal winner, whose untimely passing inspired the creation of this scholarship. Secondly, it is also a great pleasure to share with you a landmark gift. In the summer of this year, the Sands Trust made an unprecedented £1 million gift to establish an endowment enabling the provision of RIBA Part 2 bursaries to postgraduate students in financial need. The Trust's generosity stems from the estate of the late Lord and Lady Sands, a timely reminder that the impact we have on other people's lives can, much like the imprint we leave on the built environment, extend far beyond our own lifetime. I would like to thank Caroline Clark, herself a trained architect, niece of Lord and Lady Sands, and administrator of the Trust, for their kindness and forethought in supporting the future talent of our profession. On behalf of all future students this gift will support, we thank you. Support of our education bursaries and programmes underpins our commitment to ensure access to architecture is open to the widest possible cohort of future architects, a commitment that is at the very heart of our bicentenary ambitions in our House of Architecture project. This year, the President Medals have reached an extraordinary milestone, welcoming the highest number of entries in their history. A remarkable 378 design projects and dissertations submitted by 110 schools of architecture across 30 countries. Before Jenny announces this year's winners, I want to express my gratitude to the 18 judges who generously shared their time and expertise. Your insight and dedication have been invaluable in upholding the integrity and prestige of these awards. Please join me in giving them a well-deserved round of applause. And now, the announcement of this year's winners. Let us celebrate their achievements and the bright future they represent. I wish I was a student again. Jenny.
Thank you, Chris. We now move to the presentation of the winners of the President's Medals, starting with the Dissertation Medal. The 2025 Dissertation Medal Judging Panel was chaired by Samir Pandya, the Associate Head at the College of Design, Creative and Digital Industries of the University of Westminster, and a former nominee in the Dissertation Medal category. And the panel included Ectorus Arkomanis, artist, filmmaker, writer, and senior lecturer at London Metropolitan University, Yiping Dong, Associate Professor in the Department of Architecture at Xi'an Jiaotong Liverpool University, Miguel Rodriguez Casellas, architect, writer, and performer, Maria Sanchez, Associate Dean for Research at the Scott Sutherland School of Architecture and Built Environment of Robert Gordon University, and Ola Aduku, head of the Liverpool School of Architecture at the University of Liverpool. These judges read 63 dissertations over the summer before meeting online in mid-October to agree the winner of the dissertation medal. After discussing the dissertations and submissions in detail, the judges selected a medal winner and commended 5 entries. To present the awards in this category together with Chris, I'd like to invite to the stage the chair of the dissertation medal judging panel, Samir Pandya. The first commendation this evening goes to the entry, Inheriting Space, How Hebron's Old City Negotiates Memory, Identity, and Spatial Change Amid Political Constraints. The dissertation explores Hebron's vernacular architecture as a vessel for identity, memory, and resilience amid colonial and political pressures. Using interviews, spatial analysis, and a 4-part framework, it argues for socially responsive design that balances continuity and adaptation, offering lessons for addressing modern urban challenges like housing and identity loss. The dissertation was nominated by Kingston University, where it was supervised by Tom Card. The author of the first commendation is Manar Abouyeche. The second commendation in this category has the title Bricks, Railings, Umbrellas, a study of barricade lineage and practice in 2019 Hong Kong. The dissertation examines barricades as an alternative architectural practice, tracing their evolution from tactical devices to symbols of resistance. Through historical analysis and ethnographic research on Hong Kong's 2019 protests, it explores how material practices and collective identity intersect, revealing the enduring role of barricades in urban protest and spatial politics. The dissertation was nominated by the University of Cambridge, where it was supervised by Maximilian Sternberg, and its author is Alban Lam. The third commendation goes to Architecture of the Stateless, Libertarianism and Nomadic Architecture in the 21st Century. The dissertation critiques libertarian ideals of freedom and explores Mongolian nomadism as an alternative spatial practice for autonomy and ecological responsiveness. It advocates mobile adaptive architectures, challenging permanence and spectacle, and proposing sustainable, inclusive models of architectural intelligence. Supervised by Leandro Minuchin at the Manchester School of Architecture, the author is Angela Lai Ying Lee. The next commendation in this category goes to Confining the Other, Gender and Architecture at the Limerick Magdalen Laundry. This dissertation examines the Good Shepherd Magdalen Laundry in Limerick as an architecture of exclusion and erasure within Ireland's institutional history. Through feminist theory, archival research and survivor testimony, it reveals how design enforced segregation and control, exposing architecture's role in marginalising women and shaping systems of othering. The entry was nominated by University College Cork in Ireland and was tutored by Peter Luddy, Tara Kennedy, and Sarah Mulrooney. We're delighted that the author has travelled to be with us this evening. The winner of the commendation is Ellie O'Connell. The fifth and final commendation in this category goes to Marseille, from transit city to urban isolation. The dissertation investigates Marseille's urban fragmentation, shaped by Algerian decolonisation, migration, and housing segregation. Through archival research and visual analysis, it traces 6 decades of social and spatial violence, revealing how colonial legacies and urban policies perpetuate enclosure and stigmatization in a city marked by transit, immigration, and contested identity. The dissertation was tutored by Eleni Axiotti at the Architectural Association, and its author is Sacha Trouillet. And now, the winner of the 2025 Dissertation Medal. The members of the judging panel were unanimous in awarding the medal to Remaking the Extractive Island, Landscape, Custom and Misrule in Shetland. This thesis traces Shetland's evolving landscape epistemologies through the concept of island making, linking historical practices of self-mapping to Norse Parliament traditions and later symbolic expressions during commercial expansion. It critiques extractive spatial strategies and proposes a renewed approach, integrating ritual and custom with resource management, fostering ecological awareness and sustainable agency within fishing industry rhythms. The dissertation was submitted by the Bartlett School of Architecture, UCL, where the author was tutored by Tim Waterman. The winner of the 2025 RIBA Dissertation Medal is Finlay Aitken.
Try and keep it pretty quick, but I'm obviously extremely honored and privileged to have been nominated and to have received the dissertation medal this year, and I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to both RIBA and the judges for their time, consideration, and recognition as well. I'd also like to thank Oliver Wilton and Robin Wilson and the Bartlett School of Architecture for putting me forward this year as the nomination for the Bartlett, and also for their continued support throughout my years of study. And of course, the work I produced this year couldn't have been done without the great tutors that have surrounded me. And first and foremost, I'd like to thank Tim Waterman, who is my thesis supervisor, and he was instrumental and invaluable as a resource while I was writing my dissertation. I'd also like to thank my design tutors, Brendan Carlin, Maria Paez-Gonzalez, and James Kwang-Ho Chung, whose thinking and wisdom has sort of continued to push my limits of architectural research and thinking. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my family and friends who have supported me throughout my whole life, but also who have made the last 2 years of my studies some of the most fun and rewarding. So thank you very much to everyone, and congratulations. Thank you.
Huge congratulations, Finlay, and to all our 5 commended students. We now move to the announcement of the winners in the bronze medal category for Best Design Project produced in a RIBA Part 1 course or equivalent anywhere in the world. This year's judging panel, tasked with selecting the bronze medal, was chaired by Elena Marco, Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of the College of Arts, Technology and Environment at the University of the West of England, and included Pavel Kozman, co-founding partner at Abrupt Architectura, course leader at the Ion Mincu University of Architecture and Urbanism in Romania, and a former winner of the Sargent Award and of a commendation in the silver medal category. Jay Gort, co-founding director at Gort Scott Architects and a former nominee in the silver medal category. Jette Catherine Hopp, director for acquisition and new projects in Europe and the UK at Snøhetta in Norway. Win Leung, senior architect at Baker Hicks, lecturer of architecture at Coventry University and former winner of the RIBA Bronze Medal. And Ashraf Salama, Professor of Architecture and Urbanism at Northumbria University. These judges assessed 160 entries, the highest number ever in the history of the RIBA Bronze Medal, and awarded 4 commendations, 1 high commendation, and a bronze medal. To present these awards together with Chris, I'd like to invite to the stage the chair of the 2025 RIBA Bronze Medal Judging Panel, Professor Elena Marco. The first commendation in this category goes to the Inflata, a biomimetic sports facility that embraces rising tides. The Inflata uses seawater and wave energy to create adaptive spaces for heat acclimation. Inspired by the pufferfish, it transforms architecture into a living organism, breathing, pulsing, and responsive, reframing flood narratives from protection to symbiosis, and training humans to adapt to climate change. The project was nominated by the National University of Singapore, where it was supervised by Sansong Ng. We're delighted that its author travelled especially to be with us tonight. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the winner of the first commendation in the bronze medal category, Chui En Yu. Yeah, you go to the next. The second commendation goes to the Palatial Commons. Nominated by Central St Martin's, UAL, where it was supervised by Cleanthus Kyriakou and Esther Escribano. The Palatial Commons envisions a community-led hub for spatial stewardship and urban governance, countering London's eroding social infrastructure. It rewrites RIBA stages to embed engagement and circularity, prioritising social legacy and material reuse over demolition, creating heritage spaces as palimpsests of memory, resilience, and collective empowerment. Its author is Beth Gavin. The third commendation in the bronze medal category goes to the Hot Wells Dock project. This project addresses UK wastewater spills caused by poor regulation, ageing infrastructure, and wetland loss. It restores wetlands through distributed architecture, biodiversity outposts, and water purifying systems using mollusks and seaweed. The dock evolves from research hub to community bathing platform, mitigating flooding, reducing runoff, and promoting ecological resilience. The author was tutored by Jane Barlow at the University of Bath, and his name is Antar Gazul. The fourth commendation in the bronze medal category goes to the Game of Agency. The project transforms Leicester's Wolsey Island floodplain into a democratic civic hub, addressing climate resilience and urban fragmentation. Guided by sustainability and community participation, the proposal integrates adaptable architecture, recycled materials, and flood-responsive strategies, creating inclusive spaces for work, play, and governance, while promoting equity, care, and bottom-up spatial repair. The project was nominated by De Montfort University, where it was supervised by Lucy Pengilly-Gibb and Grace Kwa. Its author and winner of the commendation is Tarim Zubair. The judges assessing the bronze medal entries felt that the next project stood out from the others and awarded it a high commendation. Sense 6 envisions a future where air becomes a designed commodified medium. Through nanoprosthetics and atmospheric research, it critiques the economy of breathing, exposing inequalities as purified interiors rise. The project imagines air-oriented societies with retrofit airscapes and levitating inhabitants, challenging climate-driven spatial stratification. The entry was supervised by Ioana Mann and Anna Nicolescu at the Architectural Association, and its author is Tiffany Suli-Scarpellini. And now, the winner of the bronze medal. Contemplating the Demolition, a study in multi-species inhabitation, envisions a post-dam future for Helsinki's Old Town, where ecological restoration enables migratory species to thrive. The project proposes dismantling and repurposing existing structures, using the dam's dry stone as foundation and creating animal-centric architecture that blurs urban and natural boundaries. By adapting safety and accessibility standards for multi-species inhabitation, the design becomes a living experiment, merging industrial heritage with regenerative futures, advocating shared ecosystems and sustainable priorities. The judges praised this project for redefining architecture, not just through sustainable design, but as a powerful expression of inclusivity, compassion, and tolerance. The author was tutored by Chi Kit Lai and Jessica In at the Bartlett School of Architecture, UCL. And we are honored that he has traveled from the United States, where he is currently undertaking postgraduate studies, to join us this evening. The winner of the 2025 bronze medal is William Lee.
I would like to begin by expressing my sincerest gratitude to RIBA and the Bronze Medal Bridges for this incredible honor. I'm also deeply grateful for the Bartlett School of Architecture for nominating me, but also for nurturing me. To my tutors, Chika and Jessica, thank you for your guidance. You have been critical in my development as an aspiring architect. I'm also incredibly lucky to have some of my friends and family with me today. To my family, you have been and always will be my greatest source of strength. And to my friends, your support has meant more to me than I can put into words. And I will forever cherish our memories together. Thank you.
Before we reveal the commendations and winner of the silver medal, we'd like to announce the winners of the RIBA Award for Sustainable Design and of the Sargent Award for Excellence in Drawing. To present the awards to the winners in this section together with Chris, I would like to call to the stage past bronze medalist and the judge of this year's bronze medal, Win Lung. The RIBA Award for Sustainable Design has been presented to design projects submitted for the bronze and silver medals since 2019 to recognise the importance of social, political and environmental sustainability in the development of architectural design proposals. At Part 1, the 2025 Award for Sustainable Design goes to Renovation Wharf. This project proposes the reintroduction of a sustainable, community-oriented retrofit industry within Bristol's floating harbour through an integrated retrofit hub. It establishes a pedagogical and operational framework combining formal and informal knowledge exchange, vocational training, and adaptive reuse strategies. The carbon-negative architecture employs timber construction, exposed glulam structures, and passive ventilation, synthesizing heritage conservation with low-carbon innovation. The entry was nominated by the University of Bath and supervised by Graham Bisley. The author is Toby Ritson. At part 2, this year's award for sustainable design goes to Dancing on Falling Land, cryocultural infrastructures on thawing permafrost. The project responds to permafrost thaw in the Russian Republic of Sakha by transforming festival traditions into climate infrastructure. It integrates methane sensors with cultural landmarks, reconfigures the parade route in Yakutsk along raised heating pipelines, and creates flood-adaptive Ahuakai squares. These interventions merge data, ritual, and ecology to reimagine inhabiting thawing landscapes. The project was nominated by the Architectural Association, where it was supervised by James Kwang-Ho Chung and Brendan Carlin. Its author is Anastasia Kalinina. The Sargent Award for Excellence in Architectural Drawing are presented annually in memory of Dennis Sargent, the late architect and Royal Academy surveyor. A founding member of the 1981 RIBA Student Prizes Group, Sargent was among the most dedicated advocates for students in the Institute's history and helped shape the current structure of the President's Medals. This year, the Sargent Award for Excellence in Drawing at Part 1 is presented to the project In Search of Memory's Vessel. The project reimagines domestic space through stroke recovery, intergenerational care, and diasporic identity, using a grandmother's rituals as design foundations. Motion mapping of persistent gestures informs spatial language, while local materials and craftsmanship in Samet Sakon create a home that sustains memory, culture, and healing, challenging conventional elderly care models. The author was tutored by Daniel Dream, Iphigenia Lianji, and Kirsty Badenoch at the Bartlett School of Architecture, UCL, and her name is Pung Pung Ponoy. At Part 2, the Sargent Award for Drawing goes to Mohalavan, a post-master plan urban vision for Bhopal. Mohalavan rethinks North Indian urbanism through a post-master plan, post-anthropocentric lens. Situated in Bhopal, it envisions a resilient urban morphology rooted in ecological and cultural kinship. Centered on revitalized polluted waterways and creating socio-economical commons, the project introduces domino urbanism to spark regenerative change via nodal interventions and housing prototypes. Grounded in decolonial theory, the project blends Indian miniature painting with Gond art, rejecting Eurocentric norms of visual representation and offering a visionary, inclusive approach to sustainable city making. The project was nominated by the University of Bath, where it was supervised by Alex Wright, Jane Barlow, Anne Claxton, Andy Jarvis, and Rupert Grierson. The joint authors of the project are Benjamin Hanger, Beth Kippen, Jamie Ferguson, Joel Boyd, Marco Lynn, and Sienna Cornish. Jackie, you might have to stand back a bit. And we now enter the last section of this ceremony, the announcement of the 2025 Silver Medal winner. This year's judging panel was chaired by Mina Hassman, Sustainability Director and Climate Advocacy Lead at Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, and included Jem Barton, Reader in Design Pedagogy at the Royal College of Art and founding chair of the Queer Educators in Architecture Network and the Architecture LGBT+ Academic Champions Network. Paul Clark, Professor of Architectural Design at Ulster University, former winner of the RIBA Bronze Medal and nominee in the Silver Medal category. Kabaji Karanja, co-founder of architecture and research practice Cave Bureau in Kenya. Kosi Nacheta, partner at Field & Clegg Bradley Studios. And Molanda Patharaja, co-founder of Robust Architecture Workshop and senior lecturer at the University of Moratuwa in Sri Lanka and visiting professor at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Lausanne, Switzerland. These judges assessed 155 entries and awarded 5 commendations in addition to the silver medal. To present the awards in this category with Chris, I'd like to invite to the stage the chair of the silver medal judging panel, Mina Hassman. The first commendation in the silver medal category goes to Surrogate. This project explores architecture's role in mediated care and intimacy. Conceived as a home adaptation system, it draws on prosthetic technologies to transform domestic space into an interface of support, neither fully human nor purely technological. Through speculative design, it provokes reflection on simulated presence and synthetic intimacy, questioning how architecture might reimagine care in increasingly mediated environments. Nominated by the Architectural Association, where he was tutored by Inigo Mins and Paul Esteve Castiello, the project's author is Alejandro del Castillo. The second commendation goes to Room to Grow. The project addresses the UK's housing crisis by reimagining an industrial site in Leith as a layered scheme of housing, industry and gardens. Drawing on Dutch architect John Habraken's adaptable mass housing theory, it combines durable support structures with flexible timber infill. Shared threshold spaces foster agency over ownership, while sustainable design aligns material longevity with environmental impact. The project was supervised by Kieran Hawkins and Darren Park at the Edinburgh School of Architecture and Landscape Architecture. Its author is not a stranger to these awards, having received a high commendation in the Bronze Medal in the past. Her name is Inka Eismar. Our next commendation goes to a project that receives its second award this evening. Dancing on Falling Land, Cryocultural Infrastructures on Thawing Permafrost. Please join me in welcoming back to the stage its author and winner of the third commendation in the silver medal category, Anastasia Kalinina. The next commendation goes to Emptiness in the Forbidden City. This project reclaims the emptiness of Bucharest's Palace of Parliament site to honour Uranus, a community erased under Ceausescu. Using archives, memory, and ethnographic research, it reconstructs lost relationships through sensitive design and self-built interventions by Roma residents. Vertical farming, gardens, and hybrid spaces revive resilience, resisting erasure and fostering inclusive urban futures. The author was tutored by Nasser Golzari and Yara Sharif at the University of Westminster, and her name is Alexandra Clara Popescu. The fifth project commended by the Silver Medal judging panel is called Reconstruct. The project proposes a material reclamation hub in Sheffield to tackle waste and promote sustainable construction. It salvages and archives materials from abandoned structures, integrating reuse logistics into the urban fabric. Featuring demountable architecture, gantries, and cranes, the building acts as a dynamic material bank and exhibition space, fostering community engagement and skills in circular design. The project was nominated by the University of Greenwich and supervised by Jason Coe and Lee Fox. The author is Jake Shipp. And now, the announcement of the final award of the evening. The project that wins the 2025 Silver Medal has the title, Dialogues in Sticks and Stones, Spatial Testimonies of the East African Slave Trade in the Kota Kota, Malawi. Set on Malawi's Nakutakuta lakeshore, this project reimagines a commemorative landscape at the intersection of Swahili Arab trade history, Livingstone's missionary legacy, and African chiefdom heritage. It proposes a slave route memorial centre integrated with a working beach village fishery, blending cultural heritage with community use. Drawing on Swahili stone architecture, diamorphology, and local tectonics, the design creates a transcultural vernacular language. Rejecting monumentality, it prioritizes embodied experiential memory through spatial testimony and craft, offering a nuanced, site-specific intervention that bridges remembrance, heritage, and healing within an active rural setting. The judges were unanimous in recognizing excellence at all stages of the project's thorough contextual research, the author's sensitive response to the brief, and the effective and credible development of a successful hybrid program that serves both cultural heritage and local community needs. The entry was supervised by Marty Bitzer and nominated by the University of the Free State, a higher education institution that wins a RIBA President's Medal for the first time in their history. But this achievement is worthy of further celebration. This is also the first time that a School of Architecture in South Africa, and indeed in the African continent, receives this award. We are thrilled that the author has travelled from South Africa to join us tonight. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the winner of the 2025 RIBA Silver Medal, Glory Kamthunzi.
Good evening. I would like to sincerely thank RIBA and the Silver Medal judges for this incredible recognition. I'm honored to represent the University of the Free State and deeply grateful to my tutors, Jonathan Noble, Marty Bitzer, Jan and Peter Smith, and Gerard Bosman. And to my peers, you've made the last 5 years of studio life so vibrant and inspiring. I also want to thank my family, who know the dedication this journey has required and championed me through every milestone. And to the tour guides and team at the Nkota Kota Youth Organization, thank you for introducing me to and guiding me through the Nkota Kota slave route, and for remaining such devoted custodians of our precious Malawian history. Thank you.
Our warmest and deepest congratulations to all of our winners, to the universities that nominated them, and to every student and every tutor whose dedication makes the President's Medals a beacon of excellence worldwide. Before we raise a glass together, which I'm looking forward to, I want to echo Chris's words from the start of this evening and extend my heartfelt thanks to our judges. Their commitment, your commitment, over months of reviewing dissertations and design projects has been extraordinary. On a personal note, as a former nominee of the dissertation medal, which I will never grow tired of saying, I know the profound sense of validation that comes from having your ideas considered by such esteemed experts. It's a moment when you feel welcomed into the professional community, a reminder that your voice matters. Tonight, we honour that spirit and thank the chairs of this year's panels, Samir Pandya, Elena Marco, and Mina Hassman, whose leadership and generosity have shaped these awards for the past 3 years. Finally, I want to acknowledge and celebrate the dedication of the RIBA team, whose vision and hard work have transformed months of planning into this very, very special evening. From education and learning through events, development, press, marketing, finance, public programs, every effort has shaped tonight into a true celebration of excellence. Some special thanks to Samantha Sheldrake for orchestrating the event, and critically to Sophie Arp and Chris Shalif in the Education Projects team led by John Paul Nunes for all of their hard work and care in delivering the biggest President's Medals in history alongside RIBA's most comprehensive programme of scholarships and bursaries. This team's passion and commitment do more than strengthen our awards and scholarships. They inspire the next generation and ensure that architecture remains a force for change. And one final note from me. John Paul, he is there. Leading on the delivery of the medals is more than your job. It's your passion, and you carry the legacy of the awards and these students in your very soul. And so the incredible work that they put in is taken into the world. Thank you, and never change. So with that, let's keep the spirit of celebration alive as I hand back to RIBA President Chris Williamson for his closing words.
Thank you, Jenny. I too want to express my deepest gratitude to the RIBA team for their dedication and hard work in making this evening possible, and to Jenny for guiding us seamlessly and professionally through the celebrations. I hope you agree that this evening has been nothing short of inspiring. The creativity and vision that we've witnessed reassure us that the future of architecture is in exceptional hands. These projects and dissertations stand out not only for their commitment to sustainability and their thoughtful engagement with history and heritage, but also for how they redefine the architect's role, listening to communities, learning from them, and representing their voices. This new generation reminds us that architecture is more than building design. It is a discipline rooted in ethics, imagination, and responsibility. And I hope you will all join the RIBA because it's free as a student and we need all the talent we can get. And the work that you've shown is truly inspiring, and we hope you'll join our global community. So as we look ahead, this evening reminds us that architecture shapes lives, communities, and futures. The ideas we celebrate tonight will ripple far beyond these walls, changing how we live, work, and care for our planet. With such talent leading the way, the future of architecture is bright, bold, and deeply humane. So let's close this ceremony with the loudest applause of the evening for the winners, for their achievements, and that they will inspire generations to come. Thank you.